is the coal face, that is the coal seam. Now that is a genuine coal seam. It's not something that the museum's created to look like coal, like certain museums similar to museum to Beamish actually did. That is a genuine coal. So that there, I don't know if you know about coal, but coal there, that stuff there is over 200 million years old. You know, that's how old that is. Goes back before the days of the dinosaurs, the coal. It's actually started its life on the surface because it's actually formed from dead trees, plants, leaves, all that sort of stuff, which obviously lived on the surface, died, rotted down, and over time got itself squashed down until it fossilised and formed the rock-like formation, which is cool. That's it. Not very interesting to look at, I must admit, but the age it is and how it actually forms is quite interesting. This old machine sitting here, right, is what you would call it the start of mechanisation at the start of the 20th century. This machine here, Siscol coal cutter, came out in 1905, so that's nearly 115 years ago or something like that. At the time, it was supposedly able to do the work 4 or 5 times faster than a man could by hand with a hand pick. So obviously you can imagine the mine owners obviously loved that idea because it meant more production, didn't it, more profit. The miners themselves took to the machine as well, certainly on one hand, because they were operating the machine, they were turning a lot more work out, they earned a lot more money. Brilliant in one hand. But there was a side of the machine that the miners weren't happy with because, but having said that, the miners are more concerned about how much money they could actually earn when they operated, so all the negative thoughts, let's say, they pushed to the back line. The problem with it was just purely and simply the type of machine it actually is. It's like a pneumatic drill or a windy pick, a very, very similar machine you would see the council or the gas board actually digging the roads with even today. You've seen them working these hydraulic pick things. That's the type of machine it is. You notice how noisy they are. I mean, you can imagine fetching something similar to the confined spaces of a mine. Obviously it magnified the noise many times, and there was the dust it created with it being driven by compressed air. So basically it was excessively noisy and excessively dusty. Right? Now today we get what PPE, the more safety gear that's required to do a job. You get supplied with now because you have to by law, but then that sort of thing didn't exist in any way, shape or form. Plus I think the miners themselves didn't appreciate how harsh the conditions were that were actually living. So what you ended up with was lots of industrial deafness and lung disease, pneumoconiosis, silicosis, emphysema, which was caused by the inhalation of the coal and stone dust. So the miner, let's say, got into his middle to late 40s, early 50s sort of range, his days certainly working underground in the mines will certainly come to an end, you know, because there was a few did work on beyond that point, but a lot certainly didn't because they couldn't. The thing was then, there was no such thing as pension or retirement, right? So once they stopped working, they had no. So if it was possible for them to work on, they did. You know? So in some cases, they worked pretty much until they dropped because they're starting work at 14 years of age underground in the mines at that time. So imagine the state of the lungs from 14 years of age. By the time they got in that mid-40s, basically chopped up block with black coal dust. That's the only way to describe it. We'll move on to this next face behind us. It's a constant stream, isn't it? Constant stream. Right, we'll move on to this next